Well. Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to the broadcast. Welcome. So this will be really short. Just wanted to share one little message with you. Tonight. First of all, I've been really enjoying John Crowder, Jesus Trip, on YouTube. If you go to my channel, I've highlighted a couple of the beginnings of series. In fact, there's so much more I could highlight by John Crowder. One of which is Covenant versus Contract. That was the most recent one I linked to there in the Christian Mystic podcast. And then there's also one about the restoration of all things. And yeah, so I've really been enjoying that. What I wanted to share with you tonight is that I was thinking a thought earlier about, have you ever gotten frustrated with people that you share something with and you know it's the right thing that you're sharing, and you know that their lives would be so much better off if they would listen to and heed your advice, and then you kind of observe them not listening to you, not heeding your advice, and going on their, whatever you deem as their self-destructive path or journey. So I was thinking about that scenario in particular, and then I thought, how am I any different? This is a good question we must ask ourselves. I think it is judicious to do so. How does that resemble me? And I just had the thought, okay, so we have a wonderful counselor in Jesus Christ. What could a life become? How well could a human being function if we listened and paid close attention to Jesus? I thought about my own life. I thought about any kind of hopes and dreams I may have that possibly are experiencing some frustration. And it was in that quietness of that moment, thinking about that, where he reminded me of all this. And he's like, okay, so you ready to listen? You know, sometimes we get angry at God for not being louder, for being so gentle. We get upset. Yeah, he's gentle. He's not overbearing. He's not here to force you to do anything. You don't have to listen to him. Nobody's holding a gun to your head forcing you to listen to Jesus. It just won't happen. You are your own moderator. It's up to you to choose the wisdom of listening to. All right, so that my phone just went, you know. So it's good to see you. Thank you for joining. My goodness, I look like Tyrion Lancaster. Thank you for that. I'll have to look that face up later. So this is so huge because here on a few occasions, I was recollecting this the other day, that the few times that Father spoke from heaven and you heard his voice, most people did, in Jesus' day, there's 3 instances. One at Jesus' baptism, one at the Mount of Transfiguration, that encounter, And then once also at the prayer he prayed right before raising Lazarus from the dead. And on one of these occasions, Father God spoke from heaven about his Son. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. So I'm just here to encourage us, encourage myself, to listen to Jesus. What do you have for me, Jesus? Please forgive me for my stubbornness, my resistance. Because little do we know, little do we know how little we're making ourselves with not listening to Jesus. I don't know about you, but I want to leave a dent on this place. I want to make some changes around here for the better. But it starts here. It starts right here in my own heart. And I want you to know how compassionate your Father is, how determined Jesus is to never leave you, never forsake you, to always treat you with mercy, grace that triumphs over judgment. Grace triumphs over judgment. Mercy triumphs over judgment. Where sin abounds, grace much more abounds, superabounding grace. Some people have cued into the Greek word describing grace, and it sounds and behaves much like the word hyper in the English language. Hyper grace. And then people get flack, which I think is interesting. I think it's wonderful that however grace is being highlighted, even by a smear campaign by religious bullies, that it brings it to our attention. And then it's like, ooh, we can really learn something here when something gets challenged, because the Lord will provide, will allow challenges to your faith. Sometimes you have to overcome the way your pastor treats you, or how so-and-so believer over there dishonors you. You have to overcome these tests, these trials, and tune into Jesus. Like he wants to free you from every idol, from every snare, from every dependence on others, so that you can be wholly dependent on him and then be somebody that is free from those constraints, from the fear of man. So I hope that is encouraging to you. I do have some friends coming over. We're going to play some music tonight. I've got a lovely song I was just working on. Wow. I have concerts tomorrow. I have 2 concerts tomorrow. So that's fun. My kids just performed a Peter Pan play. It was so fun. I'm going to do a better job tomorrow, I expect. The sound will be better. My wife and I were on the soundboard, and little did we know that what we had going on, there was, with the wireless mics, there was some frequencies that were combating, creating some noises that were distracting. So we fixed that. Anyway, all these little details. I want to keep things on point. I will direct you once again to check out John Crowder, his series. He's got one on contemplation as well. I know you will be blessed and benefited by that. Go check out John Crowder, Jesus Trip. I will plug him because he's a man divinely gifted, and he's also, in my mind, just doing a bang-up job of serving well the idiocy that is humanity. Because he's got like a huge gift from God, his massive intellect, and what else would you say? Eloquence. Intellect and eloquence. And he's well studied, and oh my gosh, it's just a treat to listen to him. So head on over to John Crowder. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Say hello to my little kitty. Yeah. This is Cap. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bless you. Bye.